Hey, we're making today what I like to call Hobo 15-minute beef stew. It's real simple to make, and this is what we start with. It's all with cans, so it's simple. First can is tomatoes. Just pop that open. They're already diced, and you pour that right in the pot, okay? You could get this done in less than 15 minutes if you remember to have your can opener ready. Or you buy all kinds of cans that you don't have to use a can opener to open them up. Second can I'm using is peas and carrots. Now, when you're making this, you can put pretty much anything you want to put into it. If you don't like peas and carrots, don't put them in. But us hobos, out in the hobo camp, we just pour it right in there. Everything, liquid and all. Next thing, us hobos like is potatoes. Everybody likes it. Now, some people don't call this hobo beef stew. Some people call it king of the road beef stew. That's the higher up bums. Yeah, the other people call it bum beef stew. And call it whatever you want. There goes the potatoes. Last but not least, in this case, is lima beans. Now, if you want, you could chop up some onions and throw some onions in there, or celery, whatever you got. Whatever you got laying around. And put this in there, There's the lima beans. We're gonna have a lot of bum beef stew before this is over. I mean, this pot's filling up. So there's that, right? Now I like to throw in some of this here garlic powder. Not too much, but enough. Then I like to put in some onion powder since I don't have any onions chopped up in here. Some pepper. This pepper doesn't come out too well, so it'd be better if I just twist the top up. And I like to put in some oregano. Not too much, but a little bit. Now, what about the beef? Where is the beef? Well, nothing like roast beef in a can. We're using one can today. But if you're one of those rich bums out there, by all means, use two. Now we open this up. If you've never had it before, it's not bad, actually. I'm going to tell you the truth. This is what they used to give us in the army in the old sea rations. And it would come in what they called beef stew. And you just pour that right in. Actually, it'd be good if I had a second can, but that's the way it is. Now, I want to take and do this. We got to have something to thicken up. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. 4 little beef cubes. 1, 2, 3, and don't put that in there. 4. Now, we're going to have to make gravy in there. And how we're going to make that gravy, I'll show you how. Get some oil. You could use grease, lard, Crisco, whatever. But I'm using 2 tablespoons. 1, 2, and because I like oil, I'm going a little heavy on it. I'm going to put in 3. There you go. Now, we're ready to go. Except we're going to have to also take, and you're going to have 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I'll do off the picture here because this is all greasy right now. And we're going to mix it in here with 1/4 cup of water. And you'll see what we do with that in a minute. But right now, we're going to take this over to the stove. We're going to get this hobo stove and this hobo beef stew going. Bring it on over here, show them. And mix it up a little bit. Okay, we're getting this hot right now, and I need to get my tablespoon going. And I need to add, you know, I got my 1/4 cup of water here. I want to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. They're not level, I'm not leveling them, but I'm going to put in 2 plus a little more. And that's going to go in there. I'm going to mix this up. Looks a little thin to me. I'm going to add about that much more. So I'll call it about 3 1/2. Because there's a lot of liquid in here. Okay. Okay, we got the lid on here, and we're getting, I want to get this so it's basically boiling before I add my cornstarch to it. And that's what takes the most time in making this world famous Hobo 15-minute stew. It's just starting to simmer, and I'd say we've been going at this right now for about a full 10 minutes. So it's probably going to take a little longer than 15 minutes, but you're going to see how it looks once it's finished, and I'm telling you, it's real quick. Okay, I think it's hot enough right now that we can add the cornstarch. And I'm going to mix it up good. You want it mixed up good. I'm going to slowly pour it in while I agitate it. And at this point, I like to, sometimes you gotta wind up finding out you gotta add water, or sometimes you find out you gotta add more cornstarch. This isn't scientific. I didn't like practice doing this 50 times. This was pretty much just right off the fly. But she's thickening up already. And everything that's in here is already cooked. As long as it's hot, it's ready to go. And all you got to do is give it a little taste test, which that's why the head bum has his wife here. She's the lady that's going to taste test this. Okay. Okay, and here we go.
It's good. Doesn't need a little bit of salt. I mean the sugar.
Okay, you heard that. She's smart. She says it needs a little bit of sugar. So ladies, when that bum of yours is on his way home, now you know what to do. Make him some King of the Road 15-minute beef stew. Everybody, thanks for watching. And this was for real. This is the right time. It took like 15 minutes, maybe a little less. Takes you longer to go to the grocery store and get all the stuff. Everybody, have a wonderful day.